Hi. Before we go on, I would like to mention one important thing. For instance, we have these resources available, but it can happen that one of our resources is not available all the time. Although, although due to some facts, due to some circumstances, let's say for instance, driver that we have is available only on Tuesday and Thursday, let's say. How to make it in the software? So we double click on driver and we go to change working time. So particularly for this resource. So here we can set some exceptions only applied for this resource, the driver. So maybe he will be not working at certain days or something, or we can just go to our standard, to our work weeks and our default values that we have. If you remember, we've set values such as nobody works on Saturday and Sunday, and etc. So let's go and check the details. So you can see that on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, driver follows the base calendar that we've set. And let's make up his own calendar now. So as we already talked, he can only work on Tuesday and Thursday. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday will be fixed as non-working day. Okay, now you can see from this calendar only 2 days are available for him. Let's press OK. So what will be the consequences of such calendar? We can see the consequences in our planning. Let's go back to Gantt chart and let's choose, I don't know, the task that starts not on that day. Let's say the task number 8, which is here 2.2.1, is 1 day and it's planned to start on Monday and end on Tuesday. Let's assign for this task our driver. So go a bit here. Let's close this task inspector. We don't need him. Okay, so we have our resource names here, and let's say it's gonna be driver. As you can see here, our schedule has changed due to the fact that driver is available only on Tuesday and Thursday, so he can only do this job on Tuesday. This is another thing to think when planning a project, which is quite important, as if we do not consider such issues, later on we'll have some difficulties during the execution just because the resource is not available. Now, apart from human resources, we also need to have other resources like materials and some procurement for our project needs. So let's go back to our resource sheet, and we check the resource sheet here, and let's add another type of resource. So for instance, we will need some supplies to be purchased for our certain task. So here we'll just write supplies, and the resource type would be then material. So supplies, maybe, I don't know, material 2. Of course you have some certain material here written. It's just for the sake of using this platform. Okay, so we'll check material in here as well. And basically you don't have the opportunity to select how many of them you need. You will be able to do that already within the task. But what you want to do here is to set price of these materials. Let's say these supplies will cost us, I don't know, 600,000. And what is also important is to give the measurement. So how will we measure it? 600,000 per for what? For one piece, or I don't know, 100 pieces of supplies. So let's say piece, and for this one maybe, I don't know, kilograms. So let's say it's gonna be costing us 30,000 per kilogram. And here we have accrue, as if you see here, is prorated, which means it will be just split into the duration of the task. So let's say if there's a technician working 2 days, so it's gonna cost us 120,000, but it will be occurring like for each day it will be counted 60,000. So for instance, for purchase of supplies, maybe the purchase will have to deal with cost of the purchase right from the start, right? And let's say for the second one as well. And there is also this cost per usage, or cost per use, which identifies that whenever we use such material, we have to deal with some extra cost, some fixed cost. For instance, it could be that apart from the material itself, there is also a delivery of material which should be paid, which is not included in the cost of the material, but it should be also taken into consideration. So let's say it will cost us 5,000 more per use. So every time we use material for a certain task, there will be additional 5,000 for that. Now let's go on and apply these two materials to our plan and to our tasks. So we go back to Gantt chart, and okay, we can do this also for the task that we already assigned resources to. We can also choose for others as well, so it doesn't matter. So let's do both of them. So if you click here, you can also here see that the material and supplies are also included here in the list. So but I suggest to double click on task and get a better view of it. And let's say for task number 3, we will need some supplies, and units are in pieces. So let's say we will need, I don't know, 6 pieces of supplies, which sounds a bit funny. So let's click on it. Now we've already applied the six units of supply. Now if we again double click on this task, we can see that we have 6 pieces and already the cost of it here, 3,600,000. So let's go to driver, and let's say that the driver task will also require us to purchase material 2, for instance, and let's say 7 kilograms of it. Okay, And again, if we double click on it, we can see that here we have 215,000. So 210 is going to be for 7 kilograms, and as you remember, we also mentioned 5,000 per use, so 5,000 cost per use is also applied in here. So for your project, you can assign as many materials as requested, and you can also identify the costs of it. So in the next video